Money don't get everything, it's true. But what it don't get, I can't use. I'll give me money. Hey, welcome to Eve Online News, Weather and Sports. I'm Mike Azariah, and let's get to it. Uh, the big news for this week is something CCP put out. I didn't see a lot of warning for this coming out. Probably I wasn't paying attention. But they're going to institute a global Plex market, which means that Plex can be sold from anywhere to anywhere. And my knee jerk reaction was this isn't in the flavor of Eve because moving things is part of what makes people vulnerable, makes things stealable. And so to be able to move something like that means that we won't have kill mails the way we used to of people moving Plex. But then I realized Plex is currency and has been moved easily, so this global market isn't as big to do as I first thought it was. You may differ on that opinion, but for me, it was just kind of the changing of how things are done in a way that's already been boiling the frog. In other words, when they made Plex, gave us a separate Plex wallet as opposed to having Plex as a solid thing. I remember way back there was a kill mail of somebody moving 500 Plex when one Plex was a month worth in a shuttle and losing it, got killed. And that was a horrible thing. It caught that person was who were they with? Space Monkeys Alliance, if I remember properly, and they were trying to do a favor for some friends, and it backfired. They left the game. I hope they came back because the people who were doing it sounded like a really nice couple who just made a big mistake, but it was a big, expensive mistake. Oh, it happens, right? So with the global Plex market, that sort of thing won't happen. We won't see Plex as an item anymore. We've had various currencies over the years with Eve Online. Some have come and gone, some are still there. We got LP, which is kind of a currency. We've got Evermarks. We had Aurum at one time. We have Plex, and then we have ISK. And to a certain extent, all of these are just markers. What the real currency in Eve is, and always has been, time. How much time can you put into it? How much time have you spent doing it? That sort of thing. So as far as I'm concerned, these other things are markers, but time is a currency that we can't devalue or hedge against inflation. The They called it friction free, and personally, I'm going to wait to see what happens with it. I'm kind of interested. I try to follow what's going on in places other than where I am, so I had fun this afternoon with watching Zyth on CCP's Twitch channel, and he was playing with a different attitude than some people have, in that he would take a fight knowing damn well he probably wasn't going to win it. He could leave. There was no tackle in this PvP fight in either direction. Anyone could choose to leave, and one person did. Zeiss stayed there even though he was getting pounded and it was becoming obvious, and he asked the stream, should I leave or should I stay? Ah, screw it, I'll stay. And he stayed until he was in a pod, and then he left and he actually expressed amazement. He was still in a pod and not Death Express back to home. That's a different gameplay than some of you believe in, but it was fun to watch, and kudos to Zeiss. The changes that have been happening lately are, let me put on my glasses so I can actually see things. Not huge changes, and I actually was monitoring Sov a little, and Goonswarm dropped 4 systems and gained 4 systems. And I thought, what the hell's going on there? And then I saw that Brave also dropped 4 and gained 4, and they were the same 8 systems involved. So it looks more like they were just shuffling in place and handing systems from one group to another. Not a huge battle. This was echoed in the most violent system in nullsec was Charlie Tac Juliet 6 Mike Tango, but it was only 84 ships popped. Lowsec had Crelier at 270 some odd, and highsec Jita, supposedly highsec is safe. Ask anyone who plays and they will tell you it's supposed to be, but it never is. Jita had 892 ships blown in that same time span. So nullsec, which is supposed to be dangerous, was the safest of the three secs. Unfortunately, I don't get numbers for wormhole space or Pochven. It'd be nice if they start putting that out. But it does bring us to the statement that violence happens where battles happen. Right now, even though there's supposed to be a war going on, I'm not seeing it. I'm seeing rearranging and staging and that sort of thing. And maybe they're trying to set up for something really nice and big. But right now, it's just not happening. Summer doldrums, perhaps. Remember, I've said a lot of us can go outside, touch grass, or sit on the deck as the sun's going down and enjoy themselves. And that's okay. You don't have to dedicate your life to the game. I'm still playing and I'm still on a regular basis and try to keep up with what's going on and pass some of it on to you. But until next time, glue and coffee. You have yourselves a wonderful week, and I'll talk to you in about 6, 7 days thereabouts, unless some really big news happens. Up yours.